Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. If you haven't noticed, I'm a bit of a Superman nut. In this one, we're going to go over the steps I took to create and install the Superman grills to accompany the Buystuffarcades graphics and backglass, which you may or may not have already seen a preview of depending on which groups you visit or videos you watch. The Superman shield that you see sitting on the bar was initially supposed to go on the top of the backglass, but I thought it would look better on the grill, which again, if you've seen some of my videos, you know I kind of played around with a little bit, especially when I did the backglass video. Anyway, the Buy Stuff guys were nice enough to send me a second shield for the other grill. After thinking about it a bit more, I figured I could take it another step further by painting them up in the famous blue, red, and yellow color scheme. Next, we're going to get repositioned outside and get everything ready for paint. Sorry for the road noise, guys. I live on a busy street, but since we're using spray paint, it's best to be outside. I've taken these old scrap pieces of wood and I've created these little platforms out of them, just throwing some screws through the bottom. I've also taken this cardboard box and poked the screws in the top of that. I find it's the best way to paint screws. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these platforms, we're going to take the speaker grills here, we're going to take the covers, the grill covers, and we're going to put them on these platforms and get them painted up. Now that we are repositioned here, we're going to get started with the grills. It takes a little finessing to get the grills set up because the way I've positioned the screws, it's just catching the very edges of the grills themselves. Sorry for my fat back here. So we're going to get the screws and the other platform out of the way here, then we're going to grab the paint and get started. I'm not going to make you sit and watch me paint all this stuff, just quick clips of getting it done. So with the grills themselves, I found that it was the best way to paint them was to go quick with quick sprays, quick shots. If you went too heavy on the paint, it would actually fill in the holes on the grills, which obviously you don't want. So quick shots, nice and easy, nice and light. If you got to do a second coat, do a second coat, but just go nice and easy with it. Next, we're working on the actual grill covers here. I've taken the grill covers, I've scraped them up a little bit, sanded them down, used 220 sandpaper to just try to scuff them up enough to get the paint to stick. Typically, painting plastic doesn't always work. So in this case, I tried to scuff stuff up to get it to stick. Spray paint on plastic is a 50-50 shot as to whether or not it's going to work. Next, we're going to move on to the screws. This is a quick shot here. Apparently I was out of frame for a lot of it, but here are the yellow screws all painted up again, just quick shots over the top of them. Despite the paint can saying 15 minutes to dry, I gave everything a few hours. And from what we can see here, the screws look great. I think the grills themselves look better than I could have ever hoped for, but the grill covers themselves, well, not so much. I knew spray painting them after scuffing them up was going to be a 50-50 shot, but not all hope is lost. I do have a backup plan. So let's gather all this stuff up, bring it inside, and we'll talk about it. So now that we're moved back inside here, I just wanted to give it another look. Man, this is so disappointing, all rough around the edges and everything. Well, screw it. I knew this could be a problem, so I did some searching online and I found these guys on Amazon. The grill covers themselves are actually red molded plastic, so this is perfect for what we need. When we add the blue grill here, I think this looks great. The yellow screws to accent everything, perfect. So I took the grill and everything and I put it on a box here, kind of mock things up a little bit. I think it looks great. Now all we need to do is take that Superman shield and put it on the front of it, and I think it looks awesome. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get this pulled apart. We're going to get moved over to the play field here and start getting them installed. All right, now that we've moved over to the playfield here, you'll notice that I have a tarp on top here, one of those painter's tarps to keep from scratching the glass. We're going to get everything laid out here. You'll notice that there's a 3D printed Superman logo there. I'm going to use that up at the top for a placeholder. We'll talk about that. But we're going to get things moving at super speed here while we install the first grill. You know, as I said before, watching somebody actually do the work sometimes is kind of boring. So moving it at hyper speed here certainly helps get it all done and in a quick fashion, and you can see what's going on. If you haven't noticed already there, you'll see that I'm quite anal with the screws. They all need to face the same way. We've got this side done here, so we're going to move over to the other side and get you like a nice, real extreme close-up of what the grills look like at this. Sorry about the ass end of the screwdriver there. So with this close-up here, you could really see how well the painting came out for the grills. And again, you get to look at how I position all the screws, but even the screws themselves, I think, look pretty good in the fact that there's no black on them, anything else. It's just, they're completely yellow. So now that we've got the Superman logo in place here, I think things are looking pretty good. We'll give you a quick shot of the finished product. So here they are in all their glory. I think everything came out really, really well, better than I could have hoped. And here we are with the Superman 3D logo up on top, that 3D printed piece, and the two grills here. I couldn't resist throwing up the 79 back glass there, just to kind of display everything. So there is one thing though that I'd like to replace next, if we can ever get these done, and that's that plaque on the front, like this one here. So now if we could only replace our 4K plaques, right? Well, Buystuff is on it. This is a mock-up that they did for me for my my machine. So it looks like, providing everything goes well, we'll be able to get plaques for our 4K machines when we reskin them. So that's it. It's a quick one here. I appreciate your time. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate yous. Take care.